Hi, welcome to our website. I'm Dave Faganel, the president and owner of RA Faganel Builders. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the company. First of all, we've been around for a long time. My father started Faganel Builders in 1964, and going back to my grandfather in the 1920s, we've been building homes in this area for almost 80 years. Let me show you around. The first thing people notice about a Faganel Builders home is the architectural style and detail. Personally, I have a real passion for architecture, and it is undoubtedly my favorite part of the building business. Let me show you a little bit around one of our homes here. This actually is our Galesburg model. It's our most popular plan. Now, to me, the quintessential Faganel Builders home is a classically designed exterior, and by that I mean it doesn't matter if it's a colonial, it doesn't matter if it's an old world like this house happens to be, and it doesn't matter if it's a arts and crafts style. Basically, the home has the exterior has the detail and proportions that really help us pull off what we're trying to achieve, which is a style that people notice. Now, by quintessential home, the inside of the home, to me, is more contemporary. And by contemporary, I don't mean so much contemporary in style, but also I mean that it fits today's buyer's desires. This house, for instance, in our typical house, has a lot of openness and a lot of really nice sight lines. And basically, if you look here, this is where your kitchen, dinette, and fan room, they're all blended together because we found from our buyers that they want to have this area, the family room area, or this living area, they want to all be together and they want to be talking to each other and they want to be participating. So almost every one of our houses has this openness between the family room, kitchen, and dinette. The other thing about our plans is that this house, although it's a little bit contemporary as far as sight lines and openness, it's also very traditional with the trimmings and so forth and the bold colors on the walls and so on. But somebody just making a few selection changes and so forth, they can make the house more contemporary. You can achieve, our floor plans are very versatile. You can achieve almost anything you want through the design and build process with Faganel Builders. Now in here you'll notice our kitchens. This is one of our signature features. We have a lot of light, a lot of tall windows, big windows here, because we believe that people want to have a light, airy house that feels very comfortable. Next thing I want to talk to you about, undoubtedly, is the single biggest difference between us and any other builder in the Chicagoland area over the last 2 decades. This goes back to the late 80s. Back then, we decided that we really wanted to build a better home. And we noticed that homes had improved from the standpoint of features, sub-zero refrigerators, custom vacs, things like that. But from a structural standpoint, the way the home performed, that means the way it heated, it cooled, it made you feel, the health of the home, things like that. We really wanted to improve that. And so what we did is we quickly found that this was a daunting task. That homes had really been built the same for 30 or 40 years. And so what we did is we hired University of Minnesota Cold Climate Housing Center, who at the time was the foremost expert in energy efficiency and green homes in the country. We had them come in to our office and look at the way we constructed homes. And we basically went back to school and we learned how to build a home better. And what's really interesting is this green phenomenon is coming on, and we've actually been green since the early 90s, which is is something that we're really proud of. What we learned about building a better home and a more energy efficient home was it all starts with sealing the house up tight. In order to make a home more comfortable, to make it more energy efficient, you have to seal it up from the harsh outside weather conditions. What we learned was that using a proper house wrap, caulking, blown cellulose insulation in the walls, the proper windows, really helps make a difference. And it's not just one thing, it's a combination of these things. That's why we like to call it a systems approach. But what we learned was, once we did that, we learned that that can cause some problems by making a house too tight. You can have moisture problems, you can have air quality problems. So let's go down the basement and look at the heart of the home. Now that we've sealed up the home, we talked about the fact we have a couple of unintended consequences, being primarily the air quality and potential moisture problems. In the systems approach, how we resolve that is through the heat recovery ventilator. Now, if you're not familiar with the heat recovery ventilator, what this does is it exhausts the stale indoor air and simultaneously brings in the fresh outdoor air without losing the energy efficiency. So therefore, you have a house that's constantly being replenished with fresh outside air. Behind me is an antibacterial system that was approved by NASA. And one of the things I would encourage you to do is go to another section of our website about this, and it'll talk about how it performed and eradicated the avian bird flu. Now right here in front of me are our energy efficient furnaces. These are over 90% energy efficient, and They are sealed combustion so that that they don't emit carbon and things like that, which would make for an unhealthy house. Over here in the corner is our power vented water heater. Now this is very efficient, and it also has a sealed combustion. So once again, it takes into account the air quality. The end result is a systems-built home where everything is working together and the house is performing at an extremely high level. When you take the exterior house wrap, the windows, the insulation, the ceiling techniques, the high-efficiency appliances in the basement, and the heat recovery ventilator, you add them all together, you end up with an energy-efficient, comfortable, healthy, low-maintenance home. And when you consider the quality we build in this type of home, this is really true value that you can't find anywhere in the Chicagoland area. One of the most important business philosophies of R.A. Faganel Builders is to provide our buyers with the best value we possibly can. We do this in several ways. One is, as I mentioned before, we have some outstanding floor plans and elevations that have been tested by our buyers and proven to be very popular. We then take those plans and we sit down and we with the buyer and we customize the plan. And one of the ways we customize that's kind of unique is that we have a lot of standard options that are pre-priced, pre-drawn, and are an outstanding value. And some of those things can be as basic as a doorknob change or a countertop color or something like that. But some of those options are really quite extensive. To give you an example, behind me is an octagon kitchen dinette arrangement that is a standard option in our Galesburg plans. In this version of Galesburg 3, we place the octagon dinette between the kitchen and the family room and open the whole space up. You can also have the standard dinette kitchen arrangement in the Galesburg 3 and 5, which is a great layout as well. This is a standard family room in our Galesburg 3 and 5 models. And up above is a second family room. It looks like this. But if you want a two-story family room, it looks like this. The point of all this is that Faganel Builders can build you a custom home. We've built a lot of custom homes over the years. And we've built homes as much as $3 million starting from scratch with an architect's plans. But by using our proven floor plans and proven models, we can build you a home by incorporating structural options that is just as custom as any home, or practically any home around. But by doing it this way, we can control the quality, we can control the experience to you, we can control the cost. And by doing this, we provide you with the best value, the best quality that you can get for the money. Anybody can say that they build an energy-efficient home. At R.A. Faganel Builders, we're committed to building the finest quality, energy-efficient home in the Chicagoland area. We assure that we do this by a series of tests, one of which is a blower door test and another is an infrared camera test. By doing this, we're able to offer a multi-year heat guarantee on all of our Millennium 3 homes. In addition to this, we also have 2 independent inspections by an outside company that tests extensively our quality control on the structure of the house. By doing this, we feel we can offer the best value, the best quality of any semi-custom home builder in the Chicagoland area. It's really exciting to see green technology and energy efficiency coming to the forefront of today's housing market. But remember, we've been green since 1991 and we know what we're doing. We have a little saying around here, and it is basically, why buy an obsolete home when you can buy a Millennium 3 home? We've been in business a long time, and our basic business philosophy at Faganel Builders has never really changed. And that is to give you, the buyer, the most for your housing dollar. I'd like to thank you for coming and visiting our website, and we hope to see you soon at an R.A. Faganel Builders community.
Why buy an obsolete home when you can own an energy-efficient, healthy Millennium 3 green home? Ask a sales representative for more information on our Millennium 3 green home.